Ready to dive into the world's most traded pair? Well, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. This is another day, yet again, to actually look at the direction of what I think the market, which is specifically the Euro USD, is going to be doing on this 15th day of July. We had some very, very major news in the US, so we expect the US dollar to be hit at at a very massive level. So this is what we expect for this week. Personally, I expect this to be a bearish week, but anything can happen in the market. So welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining this live stream. So as you know, I always share my opinion when it comes to the Euro USD. Basically, I share with you what the direction is going to be for that particular day. And for this day, which is the 15th of July 2024, I'll be sharing exactly that. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to everyone that is joining the live stream. And if you do happen to find some value from this live stream, please go ahead and give it a like. You can as well go ahead, share this live stream maybe with a friend that always struggles to find direction for the day when it comes to the Euro USD pair, because this is something I've traded. This is a pair I've traded for at least more than a year now, basically trading only this pair. So I've studied it enough and I've been able to actually craft a very, very profitable strategy with this particular pair. So I always jump onto these live streams every morning to basically share what I think my direction for the day will be like. So that's exactly what we're going to be getting into just in a while, just in a moment. And in case you're new here, my name is Gani, and this is Dominate Online. This is basically a channel that enables you make money online from wherever you are. I don't know if you're just a beginner or even if you've already been making money online, but maybe you have some challenges. This is the channel. This is the channel. This is the show that is going to enable you do exactly that. So we could get into it. Maybe before we even get into it, let me tell you that with my strategy, it's a 50% win rate strategy, which basically enables you at least win 5 of every 10 of your trades. Now, with probabilities, the way they play out, it might not be in a row. This might differ. This might be like maybe a win, a loss, a win, win, loss, a win, loss, a win, loss, just like that. But it's basically a 50% win rate strategy, and it has a 1 to 4 win rate. So this is when I squeeze it to actually give me that. But if you would like as well, it can give you 1 to 3, which basically just makes you profitable. So without further ado, let's jump into this. Usually I like to share what my results have been like for this past 1 year that I've religiously followed and traded this pair, so that you actually get to see what I'm actually talking about. So let me share that just in a bit. Let me be sharing my screen. I'll be sharing my screen just in a while for you guys to be able to see exactly what I'm seeing on my end. So the screen should be showing right now. So when you look at my screen right now, this exactly is the strategy. You can see that I started trading this religiously in May of last year, and you can see these green months. So May was green, June was green with a 6%. These are not crazy gains, guys, because real trading does not give you crazy gains, guys. Those guys that usually show you maybe they made 20, 30, 40% in a month. Many of them are just, a scam artists. And like, that's not what we do here on the channel. Here we show you real stuff. So you can see June we had a 6%, July a 7%, then August was a 1%. Then when it came to September, we had a 5%. October, we had a 23%. Then when it came to this year, we opened January with an 18%. That's an 18% addition to our equity. Then we had a 4% in February. Then it was a 7%. It was a 25%. Now, this is my best month, hands down, when it comes to this year. Then May we had a 12%, and June we had a 5%, guys. So this is the kind of strategy I'm trying to share with you so that you, my people, are able to actually also become profitable with this same exact strategy. So I'll be sharing with you where I think the market turns, where the market is most probably going to turn using my strategy. So I'll be sharing you those turning points to basically give you an insight on what exactly I'll be looking for or what exactly I'll be looking out for on this particular day, which is the 15th of July 2024. So basically, this is it. And maybe before we even get to see exactly what those turning points are, I would like you to know that personally, I'm a technical trader, but I also like to actually look at some, minor fundamentals to basically equip myself with what is out there in the market to be able to actually base some of my decisions the U.S. presidential candidate, which is who is actually Donald Trump. They tried assassinating him just on Saturday, and we expect this news to greatly affect the U.S. dollar. So, in my opinion, remember as I was starting this live stream, something I expect to be, or when it comes to this particular, I basically expect the US dollar to be hit massively. So what does this mean for the Euros USD pair? So I expect, price to be bullish for this particular week. So I expect the euro to actually take center stage when it comes to market direction. So this is basically what I anticipate or what I expect the market to be doing this particular week. So when it comes to the fundamentals, personally, I like to look at Bloomberg because I found this to actually be sharing the news that really matters when it comes to the market. So I like to see what those guys are actually writing about my particular pair, which is the Euro USD. So I can go ahead, check out Bloomberg to show you what the things I basically look at. So I just come here to markets and then currencies. This should basically bring up my particular currency which is Euro USD, to basically enable me base my decisions sometimes off what these guys are saying when it comes to my particular currency that I trade, which is the Euro USD. So let me try and see what related news these guys have about this particular currency to basically base off my decisions on what I'll be doing for this particular day. So when it comes to the related news, so you can see uh, dollar climbs, bond futures slump on Trump bets. So this is an updated news feed. So 5 things you need to know to start your day. Europe, Trump trade ramps up. Biden urges unity. So this is they are trying to do some damage control there, but generally what people think right now about the U.S. market, it might not be the best side to actually invest in, especially with that political news that happened over the weekend. So these are things you need to, get to know about before you actually enter the market? What's the general overview of what people think when it comes to that particular pair or that particular currency that you're trying to trade or hedge against the other? So basically, this is what we have when it comes to the Euro USD. Then when I come to Forex Factory, I'm able to also see the kind of news events that might be happening this particular day, because I would like to actually not fall on the wrong side of the news. So you can see my local time, which is 3:30 in the US. I believe that will be around 7:30. We will be having that will be 8:30. We'll be having the Empire State Manufacturing Index, and then at 7 p.m. my local time, Fed Chair Powell speaks. So those are the two news events that I should be looking out. So if you're there and you're someone who doesn't trade through news, these are probably times that you might need to get out of the market. So basically, these are things I look at, and they enable me base my decisions off. As I try to trade, I base my decisions off these news events. And then remember, as we look at all these things, when it comes to trading, trading is a game of probabilities. You might say yes, this particular thing might happen. The market might move in this particular way, but it's a game of probabilities. Anything can happen during your trade, and it turns the other way. This does happen, but so if you understand this game of probabilities, then you're able to actually not fully put your mind onto these trades. Psychologically, you're already prepared for what eventualities might happen. So basically, this is it. Let's try and look at what the charts say for today when it comes to Euro USD. So this is what we have right here. So you can see this is trading view. You can see this is what exactly we are seeing for today. So personally, I expect this to happen. So I would like, or what I'm expecting to see on my chart is the fact that price might have to come, take out this previous day's level. As you know, guys, I trade off the daily candle, whereby I basically look at the market open, then high, low, and close for the day. So when you look at the previous day, which was Friday, the 12th of July, price basically created this particular gap right here, and it formulated also an order block right at this level, which is 1.08632. So price always likes tapping back into that particular area of interest, and then it continues in the other way. So basically, that's what my strategy is all about. So a price basically taps into the previous day's point of interest or area of interest, and then it turns in the other way. So that's the kind of manipulation I expect for price to actually do for in this particular day. And once it has done that, then I'll expect price to move in the other direction. So let me try and measure out what I'm looking at here. Okay, so I expect price to actually come tap this particular level. Basically, once it has violated this particular order block, it will continue in the other direction. If that doesn't happen, you can see there are some equal highs that were created on Friday the 12th. So I expect these equal highs to basically be taken out. Once they are taken out, then price, I'll be looking at price to actually reverse in this opposite direction. So number one, I said I expect price to come, take out this particular level. If this doesn't happen, what I'll be looking at is for price to actually, continue like this. Once it has taken out these particular equal highs right here, then it turns in this other particular level, and I'm also reacting off this particular level, which is 1.0635. So those are the two levels I'm looking at. When price gets to those levels, then I execute on the 5 minute time frame. So basically, this is how I do it. And as I've told you, it's a 50% win rate strategy, and having a 1 to 3 risk to reward. But I always squeeze this to have a 1 to 4 risk reward. So this has worked for me, and I believe if you're someone out there looking for a strategy that actually works, actually start trading. So basically, once price gets to these levels, then what I will be looking out for is to make my entries. And how I enter is basically entering on the inversion fair value gaps. So basically, price, I expect it to inverse a particular fair value gap, and once it has done this, then that's when I make my entry, and I make these entries, guys, on the 5 minute time frame. So I that inversion fair value gap must happen on the 5 minute time frame. So guys, once if price doesn't actually take out any of these levels in this in on this particular day, which is the 15th of July, then if it doesn't get to this or get to this, then I'm not trading for that day. And the other thing you need to know is time. So, price and time go hand in hand. Uh, Price always respects or does certain things at certain times. So, when it comes to these sweeps, I expect price to actually sweep those levels at least between 2 a.m. up to about 10:59 a.m. If it does not sweep those levels within that time, that is New York time, I'm not taking a trade for that particular day. So basically, those are rules I created for myself. And then when it comes to the entries I have to enter between 2 a.m. up to about 8:30 a.m. That is New York time. So those are the times I do enter the market. So if price doesn't do what I expect within those time periods, then I'm not having a trade for that day. So basically, this is how I do it, and I've done it over and over again. And as I've told you guys, it is profitable. You're able to make some profits in the market, doing it your own way. So basically, this is what I look at, and I expect that if you follow the same, you'll be able to actually make some money in this market. So this is my Euro USD forecast for the day, and I expect that if you actually use proper risk management on your trades, you will turn profitable in the long run. So do not over leverage, do not over risk on your account. Don't make those execution errors of maybe you're trying to enter a buy and then instead you enter a sell in the market. So be very, very sober as you actually approach these markets. If you do not, then obviously this market will slap you back. It gives you instant feedback. So you do not have to make such schoolboy errors. You do not have to make such schoolboy errors. Try and be the person that you are. Have a sober mind. Then once you approach the market this way, trust me, you will turn profitable in the long run. So this is it, guys, for the day. In case of any questions, you can head right into the comment section. Let me know exactly what you think about this particular pair, or what you basically think about today's forecast. You can also go ahead, ask any questions. In case you do have any questions that you would like to share with me, please go ahead, ask some of those questions, because I'll be eagerly waiting to actually answer you guys back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you a very good trading day. Thank you guys. Have a lovely day out there.